Hi everyone. So what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about my first pre-board examination marks, and we'll also talk about the mistakes that I made. Since I got to see my answer sheet, I also got to see the mistakes that I did. So yeah, let's talk about them as well so that you and me, both of us, don't repeat them in the upcoming examination. So yeah, let's start. So first, let's talk about the science exam. In science, I got 71 out of 80. So when I analyzed the paper, I saw that in the 5 marker questions, I did not get full 5 marks in any of the question. Right? Like I got around 4 or 3.5 or 4 mostly. So now let's talk about why I did not get 5. For example, you actually have to put forth all the information that you know. So that was the silliest mistake that I did. I just thought that okay, this is a 2 mark question. I won't write much for it. Let's just leave it. But this is not how it actually works. If you want to save words, then you can actually write it in points if you don't want to cross the word limit. But make sure that the full information is present in the answer sheet. This was the stupidest mistake that I did. Let me tell you my first very stupid mistake. The thing is, there was a question of I think 2 marks that, or 1 mark, that why is metal a better conductor of electricity as compared to glass? So I just wrote that metals are better conductors of electricity because they offer less resistivity and glass offers more resistivity. But I did not mention anything about free electrons. If you don't mention anything about the concept of free electrons, then how is the examiner supposed to know? How is the examiner supposed to understand that you know anything about the free electrons? So yes, make sure that you put forth all the information that you know, and your main goal is to convince the examiner that yes, you know the concepts very well, you know everything very well, and you have understood every single thing very well. Now let's talk about SST. So in SST I got 79 out of 80, which is a good score. Now let me tell you in which section I got my 1 mark deducted. So basically there was a question related to where did the beach bacha, like just write about the beach bachao andolan. So I wrote everything about the beach bachao andolan, but I was not sure that in which part of India it took place, so I just wrote like northern India, but I was supposed to mention the specific states. So in that particular section, I lost my 1 mark. Other than that, if you have seen my last videos, you know that I write all the notes of SST. I watch the lectures of the Grad sir, and I thoroughly revise my notes as well as the NCRT again and again. So yeah, as a result, I got pretty good marks in social science. Now let's talk about Hindi. In Hindi, I got 71. Now the reason being the first section, which was the reading section. It was extremely confusing. If you've seen my question paper of Hindi, if you watch my last videos, you know that I had actually put the question paper in the description box. The first section was extremely confusing for me at least, and so that is why I lost some of my marks there. And also I forgot to mention that in science I also lost my marks in the assertion reasoning section. So make sure that you practice the assertion reasoning also. And yes, in Hindi I lost my marks in the reading section because it was extremely confusing. So right now my goal in Hindi is to practice the trickiest reading sections also, so that I don't lose my marks, and I also have a better idea on how to actually approach the questions of reading section, on how to choose an option when all of the options seem correct. So yes, in science, my goal is to practice answer writing and to mention every single detail in points if I don't want to cross the word limit. And in Hindi, my goal is to practice the reading sections which are extremely tricky, so that I at least don't make mistakes in that particular section once again. And in SST, my goal is to understand where a particular movement took place. And yes, in Hindi, my marks did not get deducted from the grammar section. No, from grammar section, I think 2 or 3 marks got deducted. And from the reading section, most of my marks got deducted from the reading section. And from the writing section, I think half mark or 1 mark was deducted from, I think, no, no, I think 1.5 or 2 marks were deducted from the writing section. Yeah. And from the literature part, no, no, like no mark was deducted from the literature part. So I think right now I'll have to focus more on the grammar section and writing section and reading section. And I think my literature part is quite strong. So that is what I've analyzed from the paper. So in English, I got 74 out of 80, and all my marks were deducted evenly from every section. Basically, 2 marks were deducted from the reading section, and I think 1 mark was deducted from the grammar section, and 3 marks were deducted from the literature section. So from literature, the marks were not deducted from answer writing or anything. The marks were deducted from the, MCQ questions which were there, from like the prose based questions of MCQs which were there. So my marks were deducted there. So right now my goal in English is to properly focus on the prose based questions and also on the reading section. And my IT exam was of like 50 marks. So out of 50, I got 46 in information technology. Now let's talk about the subject in which I got the lowest marks. Actually, this subject won't be counted because only the top 5 subjects are included. So the subject is mathematics, and my marks are very less. So please don't ask me my marks. I'm not comfortable in sharing them. I hope you'll understand, because even when you get very less marks and your friend asks you how much did you get, you're not comfortable in sharing, right? Because it's just very embarrassing. So please, 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 I hope you'll understand that why I don't want to share my mathematics marks. And as a result, I believe that I am not at all eligible to give you guys any tips about mathematics. The only tip that I am following currently is just to practice it and just try to complete everything on time. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. And please, if you want to, if you're comfortable in sharing your results in the comment section, please do let me know in the comment section about your results. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope this video helped you and you also got answers related to my marks. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Please forgive me because of my maths marks. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. I'll see you next time.